Holy cow! Holy cow!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our campaign live stream. My name is Kat Abou-Ghazaleh. I'm running for Congress in the 9th District of Illinois, and we have 44 days until Election Day. How exciting! We have a few updates, but first off, as always, if you want to support the campaign, you can donate at catforillinois.com/stream. You'll see your name in the top right-hand corner. Still don't get mirroring, and we'll be able to shout you out. We are in this last stretch of the campaign, which is really, really exciting, but we need your help. So please chip in catforillinois.com/stream or help us phone bank, text bank, door knock, discord.gg/catforillinois. The 9th district goes from Uptown up to Evanston, west to Skokie, all the way to Algonquin and Crystal Lake. Someone in the chat asked, do I think I'll win the primary? Damn right I do, but we need your help to do it. Last independent poll showed me tied for first, and the momentum over the past few weeks has been insane. I can't wait to tell you all about some of the things we did last week and what we're doing this week. Are we good to show people or talk to people? Huh? Are we good to show people the graphic?
Graphic isn't public, it's not solidified.
Gotcha.
But I mean, you can just say it.
All right, so we got a lot of things happening this week. We've got a Canvas launch and a phone bank on tomorrow, February 2nd. So please help us with that. The Canvas launch will be, sorry, I don't have my glasses on. Huh? Oh yeah, those are my glasses. These are the glasses that hurt my head, but that's okay. No, it's okay. That's not your fault. I just buy bad glasses. We have a Canvas launch in Skokie, and then a phone bank virtually. On Tuesday, we're going to do another business canvas. We got business signs that we drop off at businesses all down Evanston. We would love your help with that. We're also doing Coffee with Kat at Capital Coffee and a remote phone bank on Tuesday. Wednesday, we're doing another coffee in Evanston at the Fat Shallot. Chat with Kat at the Fat Shallot, which I think is fun. Yeah. We have a Canvas launch in Evanston again and a remote phone bank. On Thursday, we have a Canvas launch at Edgewater Glen. We have a business canvas in Skokie. We've got a campaign HQ cleaning party. I will be there. Come join. And then a remote phone bank. Friday, we've got another canvas. We've got another office hours type thing, a remote phone bank. And then Saturday, we got a whole lot of stuff going on. First off, we got a South Ward Canvas launch. Woo! Come drop by at Warren Park. Then we've got an Evanston Canvas launch. And then we're going to Algonquin and having a meet and greet with Erin Chanding at the Donkey Inn. And we're doing an Algonquin Day of Action with Erin Chanding, who is absolutely wonderful. She's running in that area. We could use your help. Once again, this district goes from uptown Chicago all the way out to Algonquin. We had a lot of really fun stuff planned for Algonquin and Crystal Lake in November and December. And then we got indicted. So I'm really, really glad to be back out there and making sure that our field capacity is out there too. And then we have a remote phone bank on Saturday. Additionally, on Sunday, we've got a Canvas launch in Evanston, a Canvas launch in West Rogers Park, and we'll at the campaign HQ, we'll be doing a mending and craft circle. If you have any clothes that need to be mended that you'd like to donate, but there is some holes in your jeans, whatever, we have people that are going to help you mend them. Then I want to go over this past week because it was really
Holy
awesome.
cow.
I'm going to take off my glasses because they're hurting my head. I need new glasses, guys. Boop bop, bop bop, boop bop. Asha, how you doing today?
I'm doing okay. I'm getting through 44 days.
44 days. So this past week we had a ton of stuff. It was a lot of fun. We had multiple office hours. One at Nabila Cafe. We ended up taking over like half the cafe. Thank you so much to Nabila for hosting. We had so many people show up, including someone who was reached by phone bank, and the phone banker was at office hours, so they got to meet in person, and the person that came because of the phone bank is actually knocking doors for us. They've been knocking doors for us this whole weekend. They've never canvassed before, and they went out in 15-degree weather because they believe in our mission. It was so much fun, so exciting. A cup accidentally burst because the cup was cold and the tea was hot. It was very dramatic, but these office hours are really fun, and you get to meet a lot of like-minded people. I always encourage, if you have any friends or family or colleagues in the area who may be more skeptical of this campaign, I encourage them to come to office hours. Ask me any questions. I always joke I covered Nazis for a living. It's impossible to offend me. We also had a day of action with the Sunrise Movement, which has endorsed us. And so Sunrise folks came to the office. A ton of them came out and canvassed for us. They were so amazing. If you're part of Sunrise, thank you so much. If you're not, what are you doing? Be part of the Sunrise Movement. We also that day had a lot of people at the office for another crochet/knitting circle to make stuff for our community. And then one of our amazing volunteers came because we made no-sew blankets last week for folks who are cold right now. We had some fleece that was a little too thin for a no-sew blanket, so she brought her sewing machine and sewed it all up for us. We have the most incredible movement ever. It's so freaking cool. One other story that I think is really incredible is we had a woman come in who needed baby formula, but a specific type for her baby. We have baby formula at the office, but we didn't have that. And so we put in a request on our Discord, and we had people drop some off immediately. And we actually had someone DoorDash the baby formula to us. It's just so freaking cool. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm really excited for this next week too. We've got a lot of fun events coming up in the future. Please join our Discord, discord.gg/catforillinois, and volunteer at catforillinois.com/events. And then you can also chip in at catforillinois.com/stream. I love to hear these holy cows. Thank you, David J., for $50. Where does your money go? Well, it goes to paying our organizers. We're going to talk a little bit about campaign finance in a sec, because our reports came out on the 31st, which is really exciting. We're all about transparency here. But we had a huge expense that we did not expect, and that is paying for lawyers for a federal indictment. So we haven't been able to, we've been really, really careful with our money to make sure that we can, pay everyone a living wage, which is something a lot of campaigns don't do. And also being able to hire the capacity we need to reach as many people as we need. So please chip in at catforillinois.com/stream. You're supporting a campaign that, pays all of its workers living wage and is trying to win this thing the right way. So yeah, donate catforillinois.com/stream. Someone asked, no one could do
Holy
pro bono
cow.
legal work. When you're under federal indictment, you want to make sure that you got a good lawyer that can devote the time needed to defend that. So yes, Asha, could you grab me some tea? I put the mug and the tea bag right there. You are an angel. Thank you. So once again, I know I threw a lot of stuff at y'all. We will show you the calendar once we have the graphic up and running. But we're really excited. Other things that happened this week, we had our voting guide come out, so we can look at that real quick. Shout out to our wonderful creative director, Mia, for always making these incredible graphics. So we have between February 5th, which is in 4 days, if you know how to count. I do.
Holy cow.
Early voting starts. So voter registration and vote by mail applications are now open in Chicago, Cook, McHenry, and Lake County. Vote by mail ballots start mailing on February 5th. March 12th is the last day to apply for a vote by mail ballot. And then early voting starts at permanent polling places across Chicago, Cook County, McHenry, and Lake
Holy
County,
cow.
March 2nd. We have 44 days until this election, and we need your help. We're going to win, but we can only win together. Guys, how exciting is this? Seriously, how exciting is this? I feel we talked for like the whole staff meeting 2 weeks ago, and we were like,
Holy
all right,
cow.
it is time to go full throttle, and that's what we're doing. But it's really exciting. It's a lot of hard work. Holy cow, indeed. But yeah, we're just trying to make sure that we can reach every single person we can. If you haven't seen, we talked about this. You guys were the last people to see
Holy cow.
until Matthew, you leaked it. Even when you said shh. Corey E was 69. Nice. But we have a new ad out, and we're trying to raise money. We can let chat vote whether we want to put it on Fox News or not, but I'll show it to y'all again. Because we got to raise money to get it up, but I
Holy
love it.
cow.
So y'all know those
Holy
really negative
cow.
events that are like negative ads that are like Bobby Newport, blah, 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 from Parks and Rec. We did that, but for us. So let's watch it real quick.
To normal hard work. Kat Abu Ghazaleh is the kind of radical Democrat Fox News warned you about. Kat believes you deserve universal health care, groceries, and housing. Pfft, where does she think we are? The richest country on earth? Kat isn't a millionaire. She doesn't take PAC money. She can't even afford health
Holy
insurance
cow.
herself. How can she possibly relate to normal, hardworking corporations like you and me? And it gets worse. As a journalist, Kat's reporting helped lead to Tucker Carlson's
Holy
departure from
cow.
Fox News. Is that who you want fighting extremists in Washington? Kat claims the Democratic Party should not bow down to Trump or his billionaire friends. Does she think strongly worded letters count as bowing? Kat Abu Ghazaleh represents a new generation of progressive Democrats working to redefine the party's future, and she plans to do it with her ferocious attack cat by her side. Is this who you want representing us?
I'm Kat Abu Ghazaleh, and I approve this message.
Kat Abu Ghazaleh.
You wouldn't steal a progressive populism, would you? No, it's really exciting. Yes, it's Matthew Mercer voicing that ad. Can I say for next week? Yeah. February 8th, Matt Mercer's going to come on stream, which is very exciting. We'll hopefully have some
Holy
amazing
cow.
matching segments. We were really happy with the response to
Holy
this. People
cow.
pretty much across the board have loved this ad. A few people were like, you can afford health insurance. My brother in
Holy
Christ, I was
cow.
uninsured for almost all of 2024 and 2025. But it's great because I didn't get hit by a car. So we're fine. And that's how a healthcare system should work. So yeah, we want to get that up. We have a 30-second cut. That's obviously a 60-second cut. It's a bit longer. But we have a 30-second cut that we want to put on TV. So if you donate at catforillinois.com/stream, that can also go to helping us pay for putting that on TV. I also had someone say, well, people are going to just assume that it's a negative ad. And I don't know. I think better of people. I think that's one thing that a lot of times in politics, it's like just assuming that people absolutely have no agency or thoughts. And I think that's bad. Just like assuming that people are just things that you can get money out of when you text them really, really urgent, scary texts. I don't think that's how we should treat people. So, and someone said, how are you uninsured? Did you not get Medicaid or buy a plan on the exchanges?
Holy
So I
cow.
was 25. I could get on my parents' plan, but I have narcolepsy.
Holy
And
cow.
we talked to so many different agents, and it was impossible to get something that wasn't like $600 or $700 per month. And I was making enough money to not be on Medicaid. So also the system is so hard to navigate. But yeah, that's like a lot of, even if you're making enough to not be on Medicaid, it's a lot of money to put into, say, an insurance plan that may or may not actually cover what you need.
Holy cow.
Christo, hi, in the chat, one of our favorite volunteers. All of our volunteers are our favorite volunteers, but Christo's been here since like pretty much day one. He came to the campaign office the day we opened. And he said, please volunteer to phone bank. I need someone to replace me while I'm out canvassing. Christo is our number 2 door knocker. Our number 1 is Jacob, who works for us. So Christo has knocked almost as many doors as a full-time employee for this campaign. He needs someone to take his place when he's canvassing for phone banking. So join phone banking, take over for Christo. You can go to catforillinois.com/events or discord.gg/catforillinois. Buying Cobra is like volunteering to be homeless. Exactly. Like at a certain point, you're just like, well, I guess I'll just hope I don't get really injured. I imagine you saw the insane post that the Illinois Republican Party posted earlier. We've been doing stuff all day.
Yeah. Look at, I haven't seen it.
Someone dropped the link in the chat.
They can't drop links in chat.
Oh, they can't drop links in chat. Nice.
Sorry.
It's okay.
They don't-
Hold on, look it up. Y'all get live cat reaction.
U of I Republican Party is what Dawn said.
Damn, we're already at $500 and it's been 15 minutes. Thank you so much, guys.
Do some donies.
Yes, please. I cannot find this. If someone who has access to my Discord can send it to me or text it to me, that'd be great.
Holy cow.
Alrighty. We have a lot of stuff in the news right now. Obviously, there are the Epstein files where it's really weird as someone who covered the far right and like QAnon to be like, wow, yeah, our country is run by a cabal of billionaire pedophiles. I can't describe the things in there because my channel will be taken down. And that also feels like a flaw in the system or maybe a feature. One sec. But yeah, so that was something that I think a lot of us knew, but
Holy
even the
cow.
stuff that was taken down by the Justice Department, especially, that is horrible. They now ask if you're 18 or older to be able to view the Epstein files.
Holy cow.
Thank you, Osama A, for $9. I got your Stardew sticker, and I can confidently say it's cool as fuck. Hell yes, that's awesome.
D&D stickers went out in the mail on Friday.
And the D&D stickers went out in the mail on Friday. Someone said, since you're getting Matt Mercer on, does that mean you may be getting Brennan Lee Mulligan in the future? We got
Holy
Brennan Lee Mulligan
cow.
in the past. Jacob S. was 69. Nice. So you can go watch our mod
Holy cow.
on YouTube or Twitch. And as someone said, we have a minority of the files. It gets worse. That is true. But what I want to say is things are really bad. And I'm... Oh, okay, you got the link, Asha?
Yes. I don't know if you want to show it, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to show that.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I think maybe not.
Yeah.
Look up at your own risk, chatters.
Yeah, look up at your own risk. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Yeah, sorry, I don't want to get banned, and also don't think we should subject people to more trauma than we need to. Gonna shout out some donors, I guess. Christopher M, Isaac M, David J, Nathaniel B, Brendan G, Sean M, Corey E with 69, nice. Mark R,
Holy
Brian S,
cow.
William M, Charles B, Gabriel S with $100. Thank you so much. That goes a long way on a campaign like this. Marilee B and Dave
Holy
H with
cow.
$100. Thank you so much. I really need to stress that this goes a long, long way on our campaign. Hey, Kat, it's Abed from the Nabila Coffee Chat. Me and my community were wondering what you thought of the Hassan ban. Yeah, I think it's stupid. We talk about free speech, and yet Hassan is banned again. Banned again. Yeah, please do. But yeah, we're not talking about the specifics of the
Holy
Epstein files because we
cow.
also don't want to be banned. But anyways, there are a lot of things that are going really badly. And I
Holy
think
cow.
that it's worth, damn, I need to be signed in for this. And I think that it's worth noting that, we need to have our eye on the ball. So thank God Trump closed the Kennedy Center, which is obviously our most important priority. Let me see if I can get this video somewhere else. And
If it's the one Ben sent to you, you sent it to me.
yeah, but I have to be logged in. And thank God that Chuck Schumer has his eye on the ball.
Holy cow.
Hold on, I'm just trying to find a link for this that I don't have to sign in. We'll just have to do it. But yeah, I just think, sorry guys, aren't tech issues fun? Don't we love them? I'm really excited for this week though. Like we have 44 days. There's a debate on the horizon, which I'm really excited about. People were wondering if there would be a debate, and there is. So, huzzah. All right. The unfortunate reality of having a PC where I have to hand put in all my passwords.
Holy cow. Holy cow.
Holy cow, y'all, we're at $700 in 20 minutes. This fucking rocks. Thank you. All right, so we really need people to have their eye on the ball right now. I mean, as someone running for Congress, I personally think that our highest priorities are ensuring that people are executed in the streets, and I also think that people should be able to afford to exist. These are really controversial statements, I know, and thank God that our Senate Minority Leader also has the same idea.
For aid to Israel, all the aid that Israel needs. I will continue to fight for it. And we delivered more security assistance to Israel, our ally, under my
Holy
leadership
cow.
than ever before. We will keep doing that, everybody. It is so important to give Israel what it needs and to protect itself from the many in that difficult region who want to wipe Israel off the face of the map. We have to do everything to do that. We have to do everything to ensure that the delicate ceasefire secured last year paves the way to lasting peace, where people can live side by side, as many have mentioned, in a two-state solution. The fight.
That was from today. Like today.
Holy
He said that today.
cow.
We have to do everything we can
Holy
to give more money
cow.
to Israel when Americans are getting shot in the face on the street by our secret police. What the fuck is
Holy
going
cow.
on with everything, but especially with our leadership? This is disgusting. I don't see how you can run for Senate right now without removing Chuck Schumer from Senate leadership as one of your top priorities. And not only that, like, it's not just this, it's the caving to everything. It's the inability to understand the moment we're in. This man has ruined his own legacy over and over and over again, and he has no one to blame for but himself. And especially when giving more unconditional aid to Israel is so unpopular. I can believe, but I can't believe that this, as someone said, why is he saying that when we just delivered $6.6 billion the other day? Absolutely. And look, I'm Palestinian. I'm saying this as a human being, though. There is the humanitarian aspect of we don't want our tax dollars being used to kill civilians or to commit war crimes and have no investigation in that. But there's also the aspect of we're wondering why so many people don't vote, why they don't have any faith in the political system. And it's because, well, normal people can't afford to go to the doctor. We can't afford to eat. We can't afford to take care of our kids. We can't afford to have kids. But we can afford to send more and more money to Israel. And they wonder why people are disenchanted with the Democratic Party or disenchanted with politics. Heating costs are insane too. Absolutely. So what if there's a lot of oil, though? Would you still say war crimes are bad? Yeah, that's a really good point. But I'm still going to say, yeah. I think also a crazy part of this. So I'm tied for first, and there are 3 of us that are polling the top 3 that are most likely one of us will win this race. And I'm the only one who hasn't met with AIPAC or submitted a position paper to AIPAC. How? That's fucking insane. How?
Holy cow.
How are we supposed to expect people to support us if we can't even support Americans? If we can't even support cities that are being we're like, oh, we need to train the secret police more. We need to make sure that they have body cams on. Renee Good's entire murder was filmed with an ICE agent's phone. So what, we wanted to be able to murder her with 2 hands? I'm so fucking done with this. I'm so done with this. Why are we jumping through all these hoops and acting as if the status quo ever was working? Because it wasn't.
Holy cow.
I'm going to see if this link works. Okay, I might have to upload it via Google Drive.
Holy cow.
It's just fucking nuts to me, guys. Donate at catforillinois.com/stream because a Democrat is going to win this district. Do you want it to be someone that met with AIPAC or submitted a position paper to AIPAC? Because the other 2 candidates have. And I don't buy the claim of submitting a position paper to AIPAC because you wanted to tell them that you disagree with them. You don't have to do that. We have been asked by really shitty lobbies to meet with us so they can spend millions in our race, and we don't even respond. Because why the fuck would you? You don't have to give these assholes the time of day, and the only reason you would is because you're even entertaining the idea that you want their money. Can you describe the purpose of a position paper? Yes, absolutely. Position paper is basically something that describes your positions on a topic. And so when, he did submit a position paper, anonymous 52-H4B. And so a position paper essentially says, this is where I stand. And, AIPAC wants more extreme ones. But even submitting a position paper and expecting that to be seen as anything but a tacit endorsement is, at the very least, wildly naive and pathetic. At the very most, absolutely insidious. I'm trying to upload this thing today at this thing I spoke at. Today is February 1st. It's the first day of Black History Month, which the administration is trying to erase, which isn't a surprise because they're white supremacists. I think that it's really important, of course, that we celebrate Black history all year long, but if we want actual education for our kids that requires Black history, this isn't like some niche aspect of our history books. This is an essential part to any true discussion of history in America. And that's the part of the reason that the administration is trying to erase it. Wow, we got so many holy cows in here. Thank you, guys. I know that we have our average donation of $32 on there, but because of y'all, we have actually our average donation is under $30 now. Let's also talk about FEC reports.
I also have donors.
Oh, yes, please. While I read these donors, can you get the link to our FEC report?
Yes.
Thank you. Casey S, thank you so much. Timothy M, Osama A,
Holy
Jacob S with
cow.
69, nice. Thomas C, Manuel D, Mahip S, Bruce H, Carl P, Giancarlo M with a recurring donation. Thank you so much. Recurring donation is a fantastic way to help the campaign on a consistent schedule. Yes, Recluse Mage, Black History is
Holy
American
cow.
history. Damn fucking right. Delwyn R, Ryan S, Nicholas S, Frank C, Stephen F, Maddie A, Oscar G, Mark B, John K, and Ryan C. It's okay, I'll find it. I'm new here. Is that a cat tower? Does this stream have cat and a cat? Yes, my cat's name is Heater. She is wonderful. And I love her. All right, pulling up my report. Catherine, can you send me the graphic and the link to it over Discord if you're watching this? Please.
Which graphic do you want? The one that was sent in Signal today?
Yeah.
I have found that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's right here.
Queen shit. Thank you.
Yep, of course. Got you.
So, campaign finance reports are essential to any transparent democracy. Essentially, what they do is they show that they show how much you earned, how much you raised, how much you spent. There are two different types of campaign finance or of like receipts and disbursements.
Holy
Itemized, which
cow.
means any donation or expense that was over $200, and unitemized, which are ones that are under. The vast majority of ours are in the second category because most of our money is small dollar donations, and I get to brag about that in a second.
You can turn the holy cows down a teensy tad.
Teensy tad, will do. Okay, holy cows turned down. G. Sorry guys, we're doing live
Holy
FEC
cow.
coverage.
Real. I'm gonna turn the music quiet.
Okay.
Holy cow.
So this is a breakdown of, oh, sorry. What the hell is happening here?
Oh, what do you mean?
Holy cow.
You're in.
Why does it keep doing this? One sec. Okay, maybe if I'm out of it, it'll work. Yes, there we go. Amazing. So this is the top 6 fundraising campaigns for the first quarter ever. We have been
Holy
outraised.
cow.
That is because of APAC. But as you can see, small/individual donations. We are the only campaign that can
Holy
boast
cow.
that the majority of our funds come from small dollar donors. We also have no PAC funds. We've got, as far as these are the itemized ones. we have a larger in-state donation besides just this, but a lot of them are in this unitemized category. Also, a really cool thing is in our itemized category, like this, a lot of people were itemized because they donated multiple times with small dollar amounts, and a lot of those are you guys from Stream. One was noted for by a reporter for donating $12 multiple times, so then they were in the itemized category. So we have very few just like blank large checks. We also don't have any personal funding because I don't have money to fund myself.
Cow.
Thank you, Jordan C., for $32.
Holy
Become your
cow.
own itemized donor by donating at capfreeillinois.com/stream. But it's really exciting because we are a truly grassroots campaign. Additionally, some other things to note, you can go to fec.gov. I will drop the link in the chat to see our records. These are really important reports because you can see where people get their money. You can see who's funding people. You can see how they're spending their money. One thing that you'll see in there is large amounts for something referred to as consulting, but these are actually for our email and digital programs. So that's also covering the
Holy
costs
cow.
of sending those
Holy
emails,
cow.
as well as the small cut that's taken from the fundraising on that end. And so want to stress that this is not just James Carville giving us really bad advice. This is just what it says in terms of what their actual jobs are. Or not what their actual jobs are, how they're classified on the report, but it's for our digital and our email fundraising. If any of your opponents caught on that live stream is better than call time, no, sorry, I'm just built different. And then additionally, you'll see that, one moment.
Holy cow.
Holy cow, y'all, we love to hear it. But yeah, APAC has done 1.4 million plus in the last month. That's not even counting into
Holy cow.
independent expenditures. Additionally, I saw someone say, you spent a lot of money last quarter. And yeah, that is true. We were the first up on TV, the first in mail. I am not running this to have a big war
Holy
chest to
cow.
run for another seat at another time. This is our shot. And we are trying to use our resources to actually win this, not to just hoard them for another race. Additionally, we now have to hire lawyers for a federal indictment. So that's been fun for budgeting purposes. Let me see if this uploaded to Google Drive, because yes, it should. One thing that I've felt a lot over the past few weeks are a lot of like candidate forums and things where you're talking about where you are, who you are, introducing yourself. I kind of struggle with it now because I feel like my typical stump speech is just irrelevant because of how this country is functioning. So I've just tried to be really candid when I
Holy cow.
talk to folks now. And so today I was at the Northfield Township Democrats, or the Northfield Democrats, to talk about my candidacy. And here's what I said.
Killing us in the streets. I don't think we have to mince words here. They're killing us in the streets. Yesterday's Epstein files.
Holy
We
cow.
already knew, and they are killing us to defend billionaire pedophiles who use us for their own wealth and abuse girls as a hobby. I wish it wasn't true, but it is. I got into this race because, like many of you, I feel a sense of urgency. That's why I was the candidate in this race to not wait in line or ask for permission. I also got into this race because as a researcher and journalist who covers the far right, everyone I used to fight against and win against, Tucker Carlson, Stephen Miller, Elon Musk, those are the people I used to cover, and now they run our country. And I also got into this race because I believe we deserve good things, that we don't have to settle, and that the status quo hasn't worked for a very long time. I don't believe this administration can be reformed, and I don't believe that we can compromise on basic human rights. Many of us in this race will vote similarly on many issues, and I think we're really blessed to have such a progressive field. But that means that you need to be voting on someone based how you want someone to govern in this moment. And we need to stall this president's agenda whenever possible. We need constituent services that are more accessible, constituent services that work with direct action organizations on the ground right now, like how our campaign uses our funds to engage in mutual aid and direct action. And we need to make sure that we are holding this administration.
Okay. I don't know why I just paused.
Accountable.
There we go.
It's not just abolish ICE anymore, it's prosecute ICE. I have one of the most comprehensive platforms in this race, and afterwards, if you'd like to get into the weeds on our tax policy, universal health care, justice reform, democratic reform, social security, or anything like that, please come up to me. I'll be knitting a hat. But this is what differentiates me from the rest of my field. If you want a candidate who doesn't have to wait for approval to do the right thing, if you want a candidate who has a track record of holding the far right accountable, if you want a candidate who has consistently steered this race to be more progressive, and a candidate who is sponsored by small dollar donors and uses our resources for good, and a candidate that scares this administration enough that I am under federal indictment, which is why I have to read from a phone because otherwise my lawyer will be mad at me. I'm your girl. In another year, I would gladly vote for many of my opponents, but it is 2026 right now. The moment calls for something different. We can't business as usual our way out of this. We have to be more creative, more aggressive, and not compromise basic human rights. I'm running to do what I'm good at, helping others and fighting Nazis, and I want to do that for and with you. Thank you very much.
That's just kind of where I'm at mentally right now. I sometimes feel like
Holy cow.
a different, sorry for accidentally making holy cow really loud. Like I'm in a different world when we're doing these stump speeches and being like, hey, you should, you look so tired. Like one of those plucky reporters from a thriller movie about to crack the case. Damn. All right. Fuck me, I guess. First time chat. Jumped in the chat just to be like, you look tired. Yeah, it's hard to go in and be like, I would love to, do X, Y, and Z when like, yeah, a lot of us would. We're really lucky to be in a district where a lot of us would vote similarly on many issues. Not always on foreign policy, but at least when it comes to, supporting universal health care. And right, you can't afford things if you're shot in the face. You can't go to the doctor at all if you're not alive. You can't seek higher education or raise your kids if you're being executed in the street. This is an existential threat. And while I'm always happy to get into the weeds on certain policies, I need people to know that if you vote for me, and even if you don't, I will spend every waking moment of the rest of my life making sure that these fuckers are held accountable. What tea is this? I've never seen a tea badge like this. It's Numi Jasmine Green Tea. This is not sponsored. It's the same tea I've drank every single day since I was 12. Numi is actually an ethical company. It's really great. Hold on, I can pull them up. Sorry, Numi, if you don't support my platform. I would think you do, hopefully. But their jasmine green is just so good. It created a lifelong love of jasmine green tea for me. Yeah, so their tea wrappers are compostable. They really try to make sure that they have like a low carbon footprint. They're also ethical in their work. It's really hard. Like tea is one of these the tea is one of these industries where there are often major human rights violations. To farm it, there are often really
Holy cow.
sick practices when it comes to effects on the climate. NUMI is climate neutral certified. I'm reading from their website just to make sure I don't misrepresent them because I'm a big NUMI fan. And then the founders, I remember I used to be able to like say this off the top of my head. Yeah, it's a brother and sister. They grew up in Iraq, and I don't know if they still do this, but I believe they do. They would donate they have the NUMI Foundation, which a lot of their fundraisers go to helping make sure that women and girls can get menstrual products. So yeah, NUMI tea, jasmine green, my favorite tea in the world. Make sure I have like 5 of them in my purse at any given time. I gotta turn my mic up? Okay. Thank you. Also, I love being like, Kat, I love you, but you gotta turn your mic up, as if I'd be like, oh my God, how could you say that about me? How could you say something like that? Also, I loved how you were like, no more comments about Kat's physical appearance. And people are like, but she is beautiful. And you don't look tired.
Okay, enough. No more. It gets weird too fast.
We actually are working on a tea related thing for the campaign, but we'll report more on that later. You're exactly right about the priorities to focus on. At my congresswoman's town hall the other day, she was so comfortable resorting to the we don't have majority power, but we're doing everything we can. No, they're not. Like, Democrats could be doing more. And I hate when people are saying you're not in the majority. Okay, break quorum. Call a point of order every 30 seconds. Engage in civil disobedience. Use your massive donor network, the massive donor network that the Democratic Party has right now, to actually support people right now. Do that. To make sure to fill in the gaps of Trump's material, of the gaps in our material needs that Trump has created. Democrats chickened out to engage in general strike organizing. I am, like, this is not me defending Democratic leadership, but calling a general strike on social media like 3 days before it was happening, that's not how we get a full general strike. I'm very glad that so many people engaged in protests and striked and all of these things, but we need union power. We need mass coordination for unions across the country, and that does take time and that does take effort. But if we really want to hit them where it hurts, we need more time than just posting it on social media, which this is not to say I don't think people should have protested on Friday and really engaged in being, together and angry. But a full general strike is a hell of a thing to do, especially in a country as large as ours. Hey, when browsing FEC reporting, I was looking at the receipts. Is there a specific identifier for AIPAC? Great question. So AIPAC does this thing now where they have supporters host fundraisers and then ask individuals, instead of donating to AIPAC, to donate to this candidate. Not this candidate as in me, but a candidate. This is why, let me pull up my favorite headline of this election season.
It just never gets old.
It never gets old.
Wait, except for the latest.
Holy cow.
No.
Wait, let me text this to you. You can show this on the screen if you want, but probably don't.
This is how we got my favorite headline of the campaign. AIPAC head hosts fundraiser for House candidate who swears AIPAC isn't backing her. That's one of my opponents, Laura Fine. AIPAC knows it's toxic, and so a lot of tracking what happens there is a lot of work to go into seeing when these fundraisers are. Holy cow, Paul A. Thank you for 42069. Nice W, Paul, in the chat. We're very appreciative. Thank you. Oh, yeah, I need to go live on Blue Sky. Thank you. Yes, please.
Holy cow.
457 watching on YouTube. We love to hear that. Amazing.
And 500 on Twitch.
And 500 on Twitch. All right. Make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to send this link and donate at catforillinois.com/stream. But if you can't do that, volunteer and take out your phone, text your 5 friends that live in Chicago and be like, have you heard about this campaign? That type of organizing has been some of the most effective ways to reach people. Like, I have heard about folks we had this much older man come to office hours this week, and he said, look, my daughter lives in LA. She grew up here, and she said, I need to be here. And so I am here, and I'm here to listen to what you have to say. And then he asked for a bunch of literature to hand out in his neighborhood. And he was awesome. So shout out to everyone telling your friends in Chicago about this. I spread you to 17,000 people. Thank you. A little more into what goes into organizing and planning a national general strike. Much older man, the guy was 40. Be like, much older man, the guy was 37. No.
Oh, yeah. Some shit I'd say.
Anthony C was 69. Nice. Yeah, so a general strike takes, it's kind of like the issue of half measures. You know, you need to have consistent and coordinated striking among unions and among people who aren't unionized. But union power has a lot of workers in it. And that especially, that hits this administration where it hurts. And it's also not just about staying home. It's about going out during this strike. A lot of people saw this stuff on social media, which is really necessary. I think part of the reason we had one of the first general strikes in like 80 years in Minneapolis is because it's one city, but America is, 50 states. It is a lot of people. And for that, if we want to have a truly effective general strike, we need to be able to coordinate across states. I've been mentioning you in random Twitch streams as well when politics come up, especially if they say they're in Chicago. Anyone who's like, well, I don't know if I like her, I say, well, she streams and it's very accessible. Go check it out and ask her about your concerns. Yes, please ask me about your concerns. Kat, would you ban Flock if given the chance? Yes, and also the Palantir database that has all of our faces in it. Because I think that's bad.
I sent a bunch of, you have donors.
I have donors to shout out. All right, Austin C, thank you so much. Ghost C, Sam O, Joseph G, Brian A, Matthew H with $100. Thank you so much. Colby M, Jordan C, Russell P, Anthony K, Chris J, Kelly P, Charles W, Jake S, Stephen J, Carl F with $100, Mark M, Craig B, Amy H, Nick R, Arlo M, Michael S, Christopher R, Jean M, Anthony C with 69, nice. And Paul A with $420.69. Once again, W Paul in the chat. Would you accept donations from Kid Rock? No. Why are we asking this, guys?
Why are we asking?
What are we doing? This week we got to go on the Jam podcast, which is one of my favorite podcasts. It's a local Chicago podcast. Let me see if they have YouTube Shorts up because I don't want to log into Instagram. They were so nice. Oh my God, the fucking thumbnail. One sec. They at the end they were like, "Can you do like stuff for like a thumbnail?" I'd be like, "Wow!" And so this is what they came out with. All right.
This is a pretty hard question. I did want to ask you though.
I'm turning up. Don't worry.
Have plans on. This is a pretty hard question. I did want to ask you though.
Mm-hmm.
What do you have plans on concretely supporting Chuck Schumer or Hakeem Jeffries in leadership if you are elected?
No. Our top two issues are anti-authoritarianism. The house is on fire. We can't redo
Holy
the house.
cow.
Fire, and that's my turning down holy cow. And basic existence, the idea that everyone deserves to afford housing, groceries, and healthcare with money left over to save and spend. That is my North Star. We can argue about how we get there, but that has to be the goal, and that hasn't been the goal for a long time.
Yeah.
Like my specialty is de-radicalization. I am very equipped and happy to negotiate about things, but we can't compromise on basic human rights.
Exactly.
And anyone that I vote for Speaker of the House, I will be very, very public. This is part of the reason that we need better communicators in Congress, and part of the reason that sometimes I feel like at these candidate forums, like everyone will give their stump speech, and I feel like I'm living in a different world. Like I got into this because I feel a sense of urgency, and we have one of the most comprehensive platforms across the country on our website. There's lots of things I care about and lots of things we can talk about, but like
we got Nazis in the streets
Yeah.
shooting people.
Yeah.
And
We can't
what are you
talk
going to
while
do
they're at
about
the table,
that?
gang.
What are
Yeah.
what are the tangible actions you're going to do about that? And it doesn't have to get more creative. It's not just legislation.
Yeah.
And we need to move the window from abolish ICE, glad we're all here now, to prosecute ICE.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah,
that's the thing. It's like you have to keep moving things. And so when I vote for a Speaker of the House, like I'm going to be very public. Right now, if I had to say like criteria, it would be, support the Block the Bombs Act, support banning stock trading, and forcing members to
Yes.
sell their individual stocks.
Oh my God.
Like they have to promise me that, and I will be very public that whoever I vote for has promised that. And also not just abolishing, but prosecuting ICE. Like they don't need more training. They don't need body cams. Fucking Renee Good's murderer was filming it.
filming it.
You want him to be able to shoot her with two hands?
Yeah.
Like,
He got $1 million in donations.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
saying,
Yeah.
he got- people gave him money, and I also was doing a lot more research into like in the wake of like Michael Brown, all the high publicized killings of black people by police in like the 2010s. There was a big push to do the body camera thing. Body cameras, we gotta see it, and then it turns out, well, they'll turn it off, or the company that or the company that made the body cams is like Palantir or some shit. It's like, so at a certain point, like you said, prosecution. I think Brandon Johnson.
we need trials.
Yes, I think Brandon Johnson is one of the only public officials, especially on the Democratic Party, that has overtly come out and said, yes, we need to change to prosecution. He was saying, I'm trying to find the avenues in my regard to see how we prosecute them, because
Drop
it
link
feels
in a
like
sec.
you can't be scared at this moment to hold the Nazis accountable.
Yeah.
This is a pretty hard question. I did want to ask you though. What do you have plans?
But yeah, Jam is great. They are fantastic. I had so much fun hanging out with them, even though we were talking about Nazis. Here you go, Tropical Ding Dong. Bring back shame, absolutely. What are your views on right to repair? Yes, pro. I feel like so many of my, when people ask me things, like I love to get into the weeds on stuff, but a lot of times you can just be like, yeah, when we act like this is controversial or that we have to split hairs, we're just denigrating people. And I think that's bad. Okie dokie, y'all. Damn, we're almost an hour in and we've raised $2,200. Thank you so much. If anything you've heard today resonates with you, please donate at catforillinois.com/stream. Yeah, the Jam guys are amazing. We love them. Are you familiar with the PRO Act? Yes, the PRO Act is one of our priorities to pass in Congress, the Protect the Right to Organize Act, protecting the right to organize. How can we help remotely without phone banking? We also have text banking. It also helps, post about the campaign. And this sounds silly, but if you have any friends that live in Chicago or the Chicago area, text them. Be like, have you heard about this campaign? Even if they're not in the district, ask them to text friends. That is one of the best ways that you can help us right now. We got 44 days. I feel like we're back in 2020 of like 44 days to stop the spread. And we just had a pandemic, but this time we're going to win. And it's not a pandemic. It's just counting things. Asha, how's it going?
It's good.
Yeah.
I'm modding both chats right now.
You're modding both chats? We don't have any mods?
And doing the donations. So everybody donate.
Everyone donate to make Asha's life harder.
Yes.
Yeah, drop your questions in the chat. What else do I want to rant about today? I'm so mad all of the time. And we've just been joking constantly that I am the Joker now, and that's okay. I think that's
Holy cow.
question on your text banking. Do they have permission to respond? So when we send it, it literally says, cool. It literally says, this is a human being. I'm not like just a bot texting you. So that way we can engage in those conversations. How can I get a lawn sign? If you live in the district, we'll deliver one to you free of charge. catforillinois.com/sign, which is fun. And if you want to help us deliver signs, you can do so at discord.gg/catforillinois. Guys, this is so awesome. Thank you so much for donating. If we reach our stretch goal today, we haven't reached our stretch goal the last few streams. You guys got to pick something we do, which is exciting. We had I can't remember what we were voting on last time. We still have to do the baklava stream. Still got to do baklava stream. Still, we how can I get a lawn? Me too, man. Also, we'll deliver window signs free of charge. So if you live in the district and you don't have a yard like me, you can still put a sign in your window and we'll deliver it to you free. You don't have to pay for the sign. We already did the transatlantic accent stream. We're not doing it again. No more. I don't owe you a 12-hour stream. Not yet. You guys gotta. That's a stretch goal.
Right.
Do we have a 12-hour stream?
Don't talk about it. Let everybody forget. Yes,
Guitar stream, Lego stream. How does a house party work with Cat, or with Cat work? So this is a really great thing. That helps us a lot. You just hit us up, especially on Discord is a great way to do it. You can also hit us up at hello@catforillinois.com. House parties are basically when you invite your friends or your neighbors or whatever to come over, and I'll be there, and I'll answer any questions, and we'll get to talk about what we care about. And yeah, you just hit us up on Discord, say that you want to host a house party, and we'll make it happen. This is super, super helpful. One of the most effective things you can do if you live in the district. Are bumper stickers out of state a thing? Yeah, you can buy merch at catforillinois.com/store. Okay, I have a lot of pitches for streams.
Also slime.
Slime stream.
We never got to.
Holy
We're in the
cow.
last little bit. This is the time.
Yeah, guys, if you want these streams to keep going, we gotta win first. We gotta win first. Keep begging for money, pathetic. So true, bestie.
Holy cow.
You did miss the D&D stream, but don't worry. You can watch the VOD on YouTube or Twitch. Girl, you're repurposing the good parts of MLMs at the house party. This is actually something that's very common in politics and how a lot of people reach others, especially for local and state races. So, but that's very funny. Looking at chat. Someone asked about what you do IRL. We do stuff all the time, like when we, like our calendar that we showed this week, or our calendar that we showed last week. On Saturday, which is yesterday, God, time isn't real. We did a walk on Devon, got our signs in a bunch of amazing restaurants. I was personally fangirling of having our sign at Garib Nawaz. But yeah, so good. And will you still do streams when you're a member of Congress? Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what the time, like how often we would do it, because that's of course, a job on top of campaigning, and far more important than campaigning. But I think it's a good, accessible way to reach people. Can we get a stream touring IL9? Fun fact, we did that. We did, kind of. Technically the first stream. We did a 12-hour stream going from Crystal Lake all the way to the campaign office, because it's a long ass time. Yeah, it was a 12-hour stream. The internet went out a bunch.
That was when I started getting into stream, because I had to hop on.
Yeah, Asha had to hop on every single time the internet went out. So that's on YouTube. Or we might have a... I don't think it is on YouTube, because it kept going out.
Yeah.
You had to be there then.
Had to be there.
Had to be there.
Media is what we call
Lost media. Yeah, that was fun though. Every week that passes feels like a damn month. This campaign has felt like both 5 million years and 20 seconds. Thank you for calling our 12-hour stream a good stream. Whether or not that's true, we appreciate it.
I wasn't producing yet. Trust.
Yeah, I have a secret weapon. It's Asha. Yeah. 535 likes while 430 watching. Hell yes. Have you heard of the Angry Knit-In on International Women's Day in D.C.? I love that. I probably won't be in D.C. because we have the election like 9 days after that. But I'm always knitting. ABK. Always be knitting. I'm a federal contractor. My company says I can't make political donations. That is correct. But you can... like and subscribe and tell your friends in the Chicago area.
True.
We love following the law.
We love following the law.
We love following election campaign finance laws. Donate at catforillinois.com/stream. If we reach our stretch goal, you guys get to pick the next thing that we do. So we got to reach the first goal first. We got to hit heater meter. This is so true. If everyone watching on Twitch gave $1, we'd hit the goal. What do we want to talk about? What do we want to do? We've been so busy that we don't have these as meticulously planned, but it also means that we get to have very natural energy, which I think is fun. Authenticity, some may say. I've told this story before, but I still think it's so funny. At the DNC, I had so many Democratic consultants be like, because this is when I was reporting, being like, how's your work so authentic? Like, how do we make authenticity? And it's like, my brother in Christ, you're fundamentally misunderstanding the thing you are trying to achieve.
Holy cow.
How to be relatable in quotation marks. Bring back Yahoo Answers. That's what I'm saying. Perhaps they can't imagine being yourself. Yeah, I can show you all the ad again in a sec. But like, it's one of these things where I'm like, even just talking about things that you like doing, like these streams are a way to be able to do things I enjoy as well without constantly thinking about the campaign, because I'm doing something for the campaign. And like, it turns out that when people like video games too, and they see that their representative or someone running for office also is a human being that likes things they do, maybe you can build a connection. I like AEW, and people were like, wow, that's so crazy that like people have hobbies. Representatives have hobbies, I would hope. Show them, be a person. I think we both demonize and lionize politicians too much. Not for their actions, I just mean as people, because they are people. I bought Hades because of you. Hell yes. How do you like it? What are the earrings you always wear? They looked cool from your regular videos. So I wear a lot of fun earrings. I love dangly fun earrings. It's one of my favorite things. And I got new ones that have monarch butterfly wings. It's a symbol for like immigration, and in the anti-ICE movement, like Protect Rogers Park, big monarch butterfly. We have monarch butterflies all over our office. So we, yeah. Oh, what's my favorite pasta shape? Penne. I think penne has the best ratio of sauce to the noodle. It doesn't fall apart easily. These aren't earrings, they're headphones. Someone asked if I watch WWE. I do not, for moral reasons. No hate if you're watching WWE, but I'm for AEW. I'm beyond broke, but I can pitch in as a $1 chatter. Thank you so much. But also, if it would negatively affect your financial situation, please don't donate. We want to make sure, like, please take care of yourself first. Truly want to stress that.
Holy cow.
Holy cow, Joseph A. $420. Thank you so much. Can someone cover the last 50 so we can heat our heater meter? Heat our hitter meter. What's your favorite thing about living in Chicago? Doesn't have to be political. Best bus system in the United States. Easy. Hands down. Best bus system in the United States.
But other than that,
Huh?
I said I wish it was on time. But other than that,
Honestly, in terms of on-time buses, Chicago has had the best bus system of anywhere I've lived.
Holy cow.
And love these $1 donations. Holy cow. Once again, thank you so much for the $420 donation. W. Joseph. Like, that's so sick. We're so close to heater meter. But one thing I love about the Chicago bus system is, yeah, you can get pretty much anywhere without a car. They're pretty much always clean. If someone is doing fuckery on the bus, the driver, I've had multiple cases where like the drivers just don't put up with it. And then I've had times where like my, holy cow, we hit the heater meter. Thank you, Howard G, for $32. Look, there's heater. I love all these small dollar donations coming in. See, that's people power right there. That's small dollar donations. That's so fucking sick. Thank you so much, guys. All right, let's set our stretch goal.
let's set the stretch goal. 7K?
Mm.
It's gonna accidentally automatically.
Our stretch goal is $6,000. Have you thought about town hall streams at the office? So like we do office hours, local businesses and at our office, but we stream from here because this is where our setup is. But yeah, it's stretch goal baking stream. We're already doing the baklava stream. We just need to actually do it. Sorry, chat. We've been busy.
Yeah. We could do that Thursday after, I guess, if you desire.
Yeah, that's fun.
Do that?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Stream setup is complicated and often difficult to move. Yes.
Exactly. We don't have multiple PCs.
Yeah, and this setup was lovingly made for a bunch of donations from volunteers. Thank you so much, guys. Seriously. Donies to shout out, and then I'm gonna get some more hot water.
Holy cow.
Richard Yu, thank you so much. Elise E, Justin T, Mark S, Anansa W with $100. Thank you so much. Also, once again, if I mispronounce anyone's name, please let us know in the chat, and we will make sure to correct that. I know what it's like to have your name mispronounced, and I want to make it easy. Chris T, Nicholas G, Brandon L, Megan W, Eric S, Dorian H, Landon G, Zachary T, Paul H, Nathaniel B, Tamara R, Colin M, Kelly W, Tino P, Joseph A with $420. Thank you so much.
Holy cow.
Willow G, Joe W, Nadia B, Brian S, Howard G, Keith K, Brendan G. Also, just once again, W Joseph in the chat. Seriously, that goes so far. Keith K, Brendan G, Michael T, Stanley C, Clay M, Isaiah H, and Brian K. Thank you so much, everyone. And you guys can donate at catforillinois.com/stream when we hit our stretch goal. Finally learning mirroring. We can, you guys get to pick our next person or next stream. Woo!
Holy cow.
I was talking to someone today that didn't realize like my work before. Specifically, they mentioned something about Mike Huckabee, and I was like, "Oh, do you know about Mike Huckabee's kids guides?" Which are these very real things that Mike Huckabee shills on Fox News and says that they're free. Let me see if I can find it. One sec. And they're not free. And I did like a deep dive. I ended up accidentally giving him way too much money. Ugh, he sucks so hard. Yeah, so I signed up for Mike Huckabee's Christian Nationalist homeschooling program. Mike Huckabee's indoctrination program has a whole section about indoctrination. Shh. No. Get out of here. Can I turn off the music real quick? Yeah. Thank you. Greg Gutfeld's not the king of comedy. My review of the so-called right-wing Amazon. Rob Schneider's comedy special, How the John Birch Society Still Influences America's Most Popular Cable News Channel, a comprehensive guide to Trump's very fine people remarks. This is actually one of my proudest videos. If y'all remember after Charlottesville when there were literally Nazis in the streets and Trump said there were very fine people on both sides. There was this whole thing where Fox News called it like very fine people gate. They're trying to say it's a conspiracy theory that Trump ever said that Nazis were very fine people. So I went through his press conference second by second. I didn't cut out a single part of it and just broke down and added context to everything. And even in the comments, they're like right wingers. I tell people, look, you can call me anything you want in the comments. Just actually watch the video first and then call me the C word after. And a lot of right wingers were either like, I watched this and I thought you were wrong. And then I realized you were right. And now I'm reevaluating some things. Or I watched this and thought you were wrong. And I saw you were right, and I still support Trump. But yeah, that was something that really was something that like I care a lot about de-radicalization, so I was very proud of that. So I'm in Mother Jones' work. This is my magnum opus, The Dangerous Reality of White Christian Nationalism, which I did for People for the American Way. It is an hour long. We're not going to watch it. I'm just going to give you all context. An hour long explainer on white Christian nationalism, what it is, how it differentiates. So this is something that's really interesting. I quote a lot from boop boop. I wrote, edited, and do I have it in here? Yeah, The Flag and the Cross, White Christian Nationalism and the Threat to American Democracy by Samuel Perry and Philip Gorski. So Christian nationalism is in every single race. There are Black Christian nationalists, there are Asian Christian nationalists, there are Arab Christian nationalists, there are Latino Christian nationalists, but it's only when you have white Christian nationalists, that you have a complete severance from reality. So, for instance, here are Christian nationalists of like black Christian nationalists versus white Christian nationalists. This is the Christian nationalism scale, how much you believe America is an inherently Christian country. And this is about a quiz on religion in America. And you can see that white Christian nationalists just plummet as they go along. And it's the same for boop. So, for instance, this is secular white Americans right here. This is all just white people right here, white Americans answering whether slavery was the central cause to the Civil War, whether that's still a debate. Secular white Americans realize it's a debate. White Christian nationalists, almost all of them oppose removing Confederate monuments and statues. And the vast majority of them believe that the cause of the Civil War is still a debate and that it wasn't slavery. The same goes for white Americans who expressed a great deal of trust in Donald Trump during.
Holy cow.
Sorry, it's hard to use keyboard things. So this is the number of secular white Americans that considered Donald Trump as a good source for COVID information. And white Christian nationalists are completely separate. Almost 90% of them saw Trump as their main source rather than experts. This is a really interesting book, by the way. I highly recommend it. Here we go. Candidate who wins the Electoral College to be president. Almost 0% of white secular Americans believe that, but white Christian nationalists are all the way up here. In terms of candidate who wins a popular vote should be president, secular white Americans almost entirely believe that is the case, but that's not the same for white Christian nationalists. This is part of why I decided to run for Congress, is because I feel like a lot of members of Congress don't understand white Christian nationalism, conspiracy theories, and how the right influences our day-to-day life and how the right influences politics. It is really, really difficult to compromise or have productive conversations with people who are so divorced from reality. And the truth is that Christian nationalism as a whole is inaccurate when you're looking at American history, but it is just white Christian nationalists that are completely divorced from reality in the spectrum of Christian nationalism. So this video that I made, so this is also an interesting one. How much discrimination will whites experience? Essentially, this is asking, do white people face more discrimination? And these are the black dots are black Americans, the white dots are white Americans. Secular white Americans think that white people don't face a lot of discrimination, but white Christian nationalists believe that white people experience a lot of discrimination. And the reverse is true as well. Secular white Americans believe that black people face far more discrimination, but white Christian nationalists believe that black people don't face as much discrimination as white people. And if you can see this, even on the Christian nationalism scale of how much like black Christian nationalist communities, it is almost a flat line in both graphs. I think it's really important to remember that Christian nationalism and Project 2025 are inherently tied to a white identity. This is like what my job was. Like, this is what I did for a living, is focusing on how to beat these assholes. So I go into the history of white Christian nationalism, of how so many of white Christian nationalist perspectives got into our politics, as well as how basically the bastardization of Jesus Christ. There is, let me see if I can find it real quick, a really incredible book, by the way, Jesus and John Wayne, How White Evangelicals Fractured a Faith and Corrupted a Nation, by Kristen Kobus-Dumez. But I need to find the exact quote because it is a banger. They essentially call Jesus a cuck. I guess I'll have to look through the transcripts. Okay, yeah, here we go. I'll just show you all this. Unless you're terrified of everything beyond your narrow worldview. But along with a fear of losing power
Holy cow.
white Christian nationalists feel like this country belongs to them. And it makes them angry that they have to share it and share the power with anyone else. So it's very easy for people to gain political power by manipulating and inflaming that fear and resentment. Now, first, I should emphasize what white Christian nationalists don't believe, what doesn't motivate them. And that's what millions of Christians would call actual Christian values. Like I've said, the religion part of all of this is inextricably tied to the race part. I'd bet a lot of money if Jesus was alive today, a poor refugee who hung around derelicts and condemned rich people, many on the right would attack him for being woke. In fact, some evangelical preachers have attested that when they preach Jesus' Sermon on the Mount, some people in their congregation have complained that they're pushing liberal values. But I do understand how all of this is hard to reconcile. These are two directly opposing ideas. But that's why I want to stress how much far-right ideology relies on cognitive dissonance. The ability to hold two I need to find the cuck Jesus quote. One sec. This is really important. This is exactly the problem, though. It's this idea that, well, Jesus is a super masculine guy who actually wants to... Yep. All right, cool. So that's one of the main ways white Christian nationalists justify their thinking. On the other hand, some just change reality to fit their own belief system. This is how we get such aggressive rhetoric from a supposedly peaceful group, because they re-masculinize Jesus. Basically, to justify violence and authoritarianism in the name of the Prince of Peace, the white Christian right has spent the last century retconning Jesus from a neutered, limp-wristed sky fairy, an actual quote from evangelical pastor Mark Driscoll, to an aggro, hyper-masculine warrior, just like every big, strong white American man. They literally called him a limp-wristed sky fairy. And yeah, I know the holy cow was loud. We got a lot of stuff going on here. But yeah, this is part of the problem. It's like when Elon Musk talks about suicidal empathy. That's not a real thing, but they just can't fathom actually caring about other people because they don't give a fuck about, I'm sorry, turning down the volume. They don't give a fuck about actual Christian values. They don't give a fuck about any values in general. They don't care about the First Amendment. And you can't argue, you can't guilt people into caring about others if their first priority is white supremacy. I'm gonna get some more hot water. You gotta take over?
Hi guys. Hi. My name is Asha. I produce these streams. What's up, everybody? I've been hanging out in chats. Asha Cam. Asha's back. Hey guys. Everybody donate capfillinois.com/stream, please.
Cow.
Ooh, holy cow indeed. Thank you. Guys, let's hit the heater meter today.
Holy cow.
Haven't hit our heater meter. Thank you, Michael C, for $9. I really appreciate
Holy
it. The
cow.
GOAT campaign manager. I am not the campaign manager, but thank you for thinking I could do that. This is who I was waiting for. I'm glad I could be of service. I gotta teach us on how to dual stream on Twitch and YouTube. Listen, you twins? No, mama.
Holy
No.
cow.
Thank you, Donald A. Good to see you. Do you drive a Subaru? Half of the time. What was I saying?
Holy cow.
Oh, I'm loving all these holy cows coming in. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Sage N, for the $10. I really appreciate it. But how's everybody doing tonight? Is everybody hanging in there? Everybody doing okay? Dual stream, Twitch and YouTube fighting each other. Dual stream, but it's YouTube and Twitch chat up, and you have to like fight each other. When's the next trip to Ohio? I don't know when I'm gonna go back to Ohio. After we win. I'm sorry, you're not okay. You're not doing well, and that's okay. I'm doing good. I'm doing okay.
Holy cow.
W. Asha appearance. Thank you so much. Oh, I was delivering yard signs, and I
Holy
swear
cow.
I saw you behind the wheel of a Subaru. No, I don't drive up here. I don't have my car. I'm big. I'm just like Kat. I don't have a car, and I'm a big public transit girly. I grew up in the suburbs, and so to me, public transit is like magic. Like I truly can't underestimate that it's genuinely like magic. Freezing my McNuggets off. That's very funny. What was I? We need uplifting online spaces like this desperately. I'm so glad that this could be that space for you. I really love the community we've made here. 2 stream donation.
Holy cow.
Whoa, wait, that's a really good idea. To do 2 separate stream donation links, one for YouTube and one for Twitch, and have them fight each other. Were you excited when Matt Mercer did the ad? Yes. I was the one emailing him. Huge for me personally. Huge for me and all of the people in my life. Yes, that is Harry Carey with the sound effect. Yeah, YouTube Twitch Throwdown. That's actually a really good idea. I think that would be very fun. What do you guys think? Do you like that?
What?
The YouTube Twitch duel.
Go Team YouTube.
Everybody's saying go Team YouTube.
Holy
I love all
cow.
of my children.
I love all my children equally. YouTube and Twitch chat. Oh, you want to show new lit?
Oh yeah. We got some new lit, y'all. Look how pretty it is. Everyone say W Mia, our creative director. Yeah, so this is the stuff we leave when we door knock. We and the stuff that we hand out at places. And yeah, so we got up here, pulling up chat again. That's me. We've got Cat's priorities: prosecute ICE and defend democracy, affordable housing and groceries, accessible and equitable healthcare. And then we have some of our endorsements at the bottom: the Nurses Union, If Not Now Chicago, the Sunrise Movement, Justice Coalition, Voters of Tomorrow, Congressman Ro Khanna, State Representative or State Senator Abdul Nasser Rashid, and Congressman Jabal Bowman. And then on the back, we've got this. Kat will put her body on the line to fight for our rights, which personally I think is the bare minimum. Kat is running to bring a new generation of leadership to Congress to defend democracy, fight for an economic justice, and advance humane foreign policy. Vote by mail and early voting starts February 5th. Vote on or before March 17th. We have tried to make sure that every single one of our things, from our yard signs to our lit, has the election day on them, which I think has been helpful. Our Bears colors, your branding, yes, and that is a very fun coincidence. Orange is my favorite color, if you couldn't tell. And so, yeah. Will you continue Culture War Games when you leave office? For those who don't know, I was shopping around a show, Culture War Games, earlier this year. Probably something like that. I mean, it was a way for me to do freelance reporting. Quick question. I was looking to join your Discord, but it prompts me to take on a role for phone banking. Would that mean I would be obligated to make/take calls? No, you would only, if you want a phone bank, it would happen when you're doing it. All right. Shout out to Andrew B, Mark H, Kai V, Charlie M, Luke S, Clark W, Amy V, Charlie M with a recurring donation, a fantastic way to help the campaign on your budget. Benjamin H, Matthew M, Asuga Y, Donald A, and Eddie F with 69. Nice. I'm going to legally vote for you from California. No, please don't. Don't do that. I haven't watched Gladlands yet, so.
It's fun. I like it.
I thought you didn't like it at first.
I didn't like it at first, but it grew on me.
It's the dishwasher.
Can I stop it?
You
Oh,
can.
just telling you stuff.
Yeah, kind of.
Sorry, I thought the fridge was
It's my dishwasher has a whole bunch of problems with it. All right, do we want to play a game? We have an hour left, and we still got to reach our stretch goal. Huh? Are we not doing it until 9:30? Okay, cool. Well, we only have half an hour left. She's sleepy.
I'm sleepy.
Sorry guys. Why don't we ever see your cat on the live stream? Sometimes she comes out to the back, but she's shy. She's so shy.
Holy cow.
I'm really sick of this idea of not just like the status quo is important to keep up, but all of these fake things that we have insisted
are necessary. Like, I am the only candidate in my race that didn't ask for permission to run for office before the incumbent retired. And it wasn't even a
Holy cow.
it wasn't even anything against her. I just thought that I could make a difference, and so I wanted to make it. But we have this idea that, well, you have to wait. And if you truly think that you should make a difference, or that you can make a difference, or that you are the candidate for this moment, then why are you waiting? Yeah. I wish Heater was here. She's probably sleepy. She's such a sleepy girl. I know. Whenever Asha comes in, if I'm taking a nap, Heater's like a little attack cat.
It's very fun. It's very, very cute.
It's very cute. She will sit just like right next to me and stare at the door. Kat, Asha tried to gaslight us that we didn't hit any heater beater goals. Asha!
Wait, what?
Why did you try to gaslight them?
Wait, who said that?
Why did you try to gaslight them in the YouTube chat?
Wait, who said that? YouTube chat.
Steel alpaca. Did Asha try to gaslight y'all? Be real with me. You can always try to gaslight me.
Holy cow.
Andrew D was 69. Nice. Thank you so much. Donate at catforillinois.com/stream. Yes, we've got a lot of canvassing stuff coming up, which is really exciting. We've got a lot of phone banking coming up, text banking, but also events like our office hours and some more fun ones that are coming up around the corner. Kat, what are your thoughts on AI and data collection? I want to spearhead AI regulation in Congress. Right now, there is 0 federal regulations against AI. I think there are some very simple things that we can actually have bipartisan support on. And that includes, when your phone asks for cookies, making companies and websites forced to ask users to opt into their data being used to train large language models. Additionally, we need to eliminate Palantir's database of everyone's face. Why the fuck do I even need to say that? Passing the No Fakes Act, ensuring that data centers are also included in the Make Polluters Pay movement. What's your environmental policy? That also goes into environmental policy. I'm endorsed by the Sunrise Movement. I think that environmental policy needs to be brought into everything from healthcare to education to infrastructure. These are all, incrementalism isn't going to save us, and we have to make an effort to actually we have to try something new. We tried the same thing over and over and over again. It's how we got here. We need a Marshall Plan. We need to be pouring money into the people, not into Israel, not into our military, not into more bombs. Our military isn't even supporting our veterans.
Holy cow.
It's absolutely disgusting what we've done to Americans at every level. A few shout outs to our donors: Lisbon M, Michael C, Donald A, Sage N, James S, Firas H, Nathaniel E, Michael K, Mike W, Andrew D with 69, nice, Donald A, Nolan F, and Peter R with $100. Thank you so much. That goes a long, long way on a campaign like this. When is the primary? March 17th. So we've got like a month and a half till then. So we need your help. Donate at catforillinois.com/stream. I got 2 chats that I'm looking at, y'all. So what are your thoughts on AI and data collection? Once again, want to spearhead AI regulation. That also means passing the No Fakes Act. I think that we need to be protecting people's privacy a hell of a lot more.
The Defiance Act is the big one.
And the Defiance Act.
AOCs right now.
Yes. Yeah, we're done playing middle of the road politics with fascists. I'll be voting for you, and it'll be my first time voting in a primary. I am so glad. Thank you so much. We're really, really grateful. What are your views about the Child Online Safety Act? I think any act that requires you to plug in your ID to just be online isn't protecting
Holy
children.
cow.
It's a way to have more of a surveillance state. So I will do everything I can to make sure that isn't where we are. Yeah. Amendment explicitly for the right to privacy. Absolutely. At the same time, calling a constitutional convention with our country as it is right now is a lot riskier than it is
than I'd like it to be. Is anyone going to be mad if I play a round of Hades 2 and answer questions rapid fire? But we gotta hit the heater meter.
Holy
If I can
cow.
kill Kronos by the time we hit the end of stream, then you guys have to hit the heater meter. Oh no, don't play video games. That's right. Oop. What just happened? Oh, there we go. I never knew what it could feel like to have a politician who actually represents me. Oh, that's so nice. Okay, how's audio, y'all? Too loud? Too soft? Good? Cool. Okay, do we want Axe or this guy? I'm gonna take this guy. I haven't done this guy in a little bit. First Haiti games gave me heart palpitations. I think that's a skill issue, honestly. I always want Axe 2, but I try to diversify. This is one thing that I think Hades 2 does better, is there used to be like 2 weapons I actually used, and like very few of the what are the things? The like the forms of them. Almost all of the weapons in this I use.
Holy cow.
Love these holy cows, y'all. Thank you, Henry H. I actually think this weapon is overpowered. I know a lot of people give it hate, and I think that they're wrong. Okay, drop your questions in the chat, and I'll look at them between killing monsters in hell.
Holy cow.
Lots of love for the new ad. I also love the new ad. I'm glad that y'all like it. Do you like anime? But sorry, yeah, a lot. I'm loving the new season of Spy Family. I mean, like, I've already read the manga, but it's still really great. It's nice watching a show that you can tell that the creators also love it. Well, I'll make sure to text Denims. Thanks for the flag. I haven't been able to watch any of her streams since the campaign started. What's your favorite anime of all time? Probably Spy Family or Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist. Really, I'm just trying to get enough supplies so that way I can 100% this game. Like, at this point, this is just child's play. Full Metal Alchemist, I rewatched it last year, and goddamn, it really is.
Holy cow.
Yeah, sure. It really is one of the best pieces of just media ever. Do you like Cowboy Bebop? I do. Have you played Cyberpunk? I'm struggling to get into it. And will I be in the office at all this week? Yes, we have a whole list of times that I will be in the office and have office hours and things like that. Make sure to check that out. It'll be on our socials probably after this. I think we're just
confirming a few things.
Holy cow.
Holy cow.
Holy
Oh, 69. Nice. Thank you so much. Guys, can we hit our heater meter? We got 20 minutes left. Oh, the Grammys are today? Thanks for hanging out with us instead of watching the Grammys, y'all. I like going fast. Maybe this is a controversial thing. I just don't really care about award shows. Is that controversial? Am I just being a bummer, Asha? I mean, like, I don't hate anyone that likes award shows. I just... Yeah. Am I allowed to like things or not like things outside of the cultural zeitgeist? Thoughts on the Epstein files? It's bad that our country is run by a cabal of billionaire pedophiles, which, as someone that covered QAnon for a living, is very surreal for me to say. Yeah, what kind of question is that, truly? I only enjoy the FIFA Peace Prize award presentation. So true.
Holy
God, I'm
cow.
so fast right now. This is awesome. Maybe I can get a Hermes boon and go 50 billion miles an hour.
Holy cow. Holy cow.
If you haven't played Hades, or more importantly Hades 2, you're missing out. This is definitely the most played game on stream. Holy cow, y'all, we're almost at 4K. If y'all want to pick our next stream, you gotta donate. CapForIllinois.com/stream. Some other ways to help the campaign is volunteering, which you can do from anywhere in the country. You can help us phone bank. You can help us text bank. You can help us reach
Holy
folks.
cow.
One of the cool things about our phone banking program or our text banking program is we're actively trying to reach young people, which both parties have decided don't matter in a primary. Call me George Soros because I donated for the first time to a politician. Once again, we'll never forget that person that was like, so you don't want to be beholden to billionaires, but you want to be beholden to the masses? And it's like, yeah, I do. Moron.
Holy cow.
Yeah, sure. I'll make it hard on myself. What do I want? What do I want? What do I want? Okay, fine. I'll do the responsible thing.
Holy cow.
Someone's going on a date with a guy next week who's never voted in his life. I mean, I used to be a lot more judgmental about this, but I think also like we have a system that is propped up to make sure that people feel powerless. Maybe he can vote this time. It's more common than you'd think. Do I want to go fast? Do I want to actually have something helpful? Yes, my chaos boon is gone. Guys, if we decided our president based on Hades 2 speedruns, this is me just like being chill. I'd be in that White House. My current line to new voters is you picked an excellent time to start. I love that.
Holy cow.
Dejan P with 69. Nice. Thank you so much for your donation. So right now we're focused on our
Holy cow.
field program, which is actively reaching out to voters. And frankly, like the costs of the indictment also mean that we have had a bunch of costs we didn't expect. And so we need help. If you can donate at catforillinois.com/stream, that's really helpful. But we also have our ad campaign. So you might have seen our fake attack ad. We have learned that people hear about us almost as much from our advertising as they do from, you know, the stories and the good that we do, from the coverage that we get and stuff like this, which is pretty dang cool. When I actually launched this campaign, I was like, I don't know if I want to do TV ads, but they've been incredibly effective. And literally every single day I hear people say, well, oh yeah, I've seen you on TV, or I've seen you in this thing. This is one of the best ways to reach people. So between our field program and our ads, we're making sure that everyone knows about us, because the most common thing we hear is, you know, I wasn't from people that were skeptical of us. I wasn't sure about you, and then I actually learned about you, and I'm on board. So we just need to reach everyone. Someone said being indicted by this administration is an honor. It's also a lot of money and mental stress, and that's the point, psychological torture. But thank God I'm also running a political campaign, so just in case we wanted to be less stressed. I've been in and out. Do you say anything about the 2 Texas special elections? No, but it's fucking great that we're flipping such red seats like this. It's incredible. Can we sing along with Scylla? Girl, I can't hear you. Do what you want. Do you have a favorite genre or setting for a video game? I'm a big cozy game girly. I love a good cozy game. Cozy gaming, I'm gonna claw your eyes out song. It's a good point. I've been reading Dungeon Crawler Carl lately, which has been a lot of fun. If you want just kind of like a turn your brain off, very fun book, I highly recommend. It's also extremely anti-fascist, which we love to see. We love to see, we love to hear. Look, I didn't say I only play cozy games. I said I like cozy games.
Holy cow.
And I don't know, there's something about Hades 2 that's a bit cozy. I got a little frog following me around. Imagine if I had a little frog all the time. Heater's kind of like that. She jumps. Everyone tell me your cat's name in the chat.
Sorry, whenever I'm just shooting in no direction, it's because I'm looking at chat. And I'm just kind of hoping that someone gets hit. Your cat's name is Pooper? Buddy.
Holy cow.
I call Heater my sweet baby angel girl. The person that's going on that date with that guy, asking if how to get him to register to vote. Look, I'll say, if a guy won't register to vote for you, he ain't worth it. Like, he's just not. So, it doesn't have to be an ultimatum, but like, I remember going on a date with a guy who was like, I've never registered to vote, I've never voted before, I don't know, it just doesn't really affect me. And I was like, do you know any women? And he was like, well, yeah. And I was like, do you have a mom? And he was like, well, yeah. And I was like, okay, well, then you know women. And this was like right around, really concerns about Roe being overturned. I don't know why I just picked that boon and rarefied it. That was a bad idea. That's okay. I'm still gonna win. Donate at catforillinois.com/stream. I'm just gonna keep saying that till I beat this this round. Donate at catforillinois.com/stream. Catforillinois.com/stream is a great place to donate. Send this link to your family and be like, hey, you should donate at catforillinois.com/stream because you can support an actually progressive campaign that's actually gonna win, and we can make life at least a little bit better in this hellscape. How cool would that be? Yeah? Better life in the hellscape?
Holy cow.
Cool.
Holy cow.
Holy cow. Guys, we got 8 minutes. Can we do it? I'm gonna stay here till I can finish this this round. Is that fair? Cool. America is turning into Russia. I would actually argue that America is just being America. It's like when people are like, this is the white Taliban. And I'm like, we don't have to even compare it to that. This is what white Christian nationalism
Holy
is.
cow.
Oh, Rosie, you said that guy's in our district. You're going on a date and he's in our district. Okay, yeah, don't dump him. Get him to vote. Get him to register to vote. He can do it online. Do that. I know I said dump him, but just make sure that he registers to vote first. Thank you so much for these holy cows, guys. We're going to defeat time together. It's going to be great. Yay, defeating time. There is a comment that isn't approved in Twitch yet where it says these are white Nazis. This is the white KKK. And I think that is a bit redundant. How many people do we got watching? All right, so how much would everyone have to donate if everyone did it to reach our goal? What the hell, sure.
That's what, 800.
Holy cow.
Yeah, bring that.
Donate $2.23.
If everyone here donated $2.23, we'd hit our goal, and you guys would get to pick our next stream. You only have till I defeat Kronos. You only have till I kill time myself. Oof, I haven't taken enough damage yet. Arrgh.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Should keep me company.
Is your interview with the Jam podcast out now? Yes, it's out. JAAM. Yeah, that's
Holy
what it
cow.
is. You should watch it. It's actually one of my favorite interviews I've ever done.
Holy cow.
Holy cow, Joey A! Thank you for $150. See, now everyone has to donate like $2 instead. Thanks to Joey A. W Joey in the chat, please. Does anyone in the chat know anything about dishwashers? Because I'm having a dishwasher
Holy
problem and
cow.
can use y'all's help. I'm using this platform to take advantage of this. We can talk about fascism in a second, but if you know stuff about dishwashers. James L was 69. Nice. Guys. The dishwasher problem is I didn't like cook fish or anything, but my dishwasher smells really weird now every time I open the door, and I don't know why. And maybe I just have to like clean out the trap thing, which I haven't done a couple weeks, but I don't know why it was like very sudden. But if I let it air out, then I have to smell that. How bad or hard was it to report on Fox while doing it? You know, it's one of these things where when we were hired, it was, all right, I'll check the drain. I'll check the drain trap. I got it, guys. Thanks. And I'll do vinegar. Thank you. When I was covering Fox, like every time that we were hired, it was like we would ensure that essentially people were, I get it. I need to clean the drain trap. I'll do it after this. I asked for help and now I'm negging the audience. But so we had this team of like very tight knit people. It was like 6 of us who were all mentally ill in the same way watching Fox. And it's because like you can always teach someone new things, but it is like, I remember when the Uvalde shooting happened, that was probably the hardest day at work. It was really hard, and many of us had to take time off. And thank you, IAL.
Holy cow.
Sorry, one sec. If one more person says clean the drain trap after I ask for help with my dishwasher, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna fucking lose it, guys. Asha, stop defending them. I pay you.
Sorry. They're actually all dumb and stupid.
Yeah. Dishwasher cleaning stream, that'll be gross. Yeah, it'll happen tonight because I need to wash my dishes. This woman streams. I'm watching her on the Jam right now. Oh my god, hell yeah. Coming straight from Jam to here. Hell yeah, thanks. Thank you, Max N, for 32. And if you're watching Jam, oh my god.
Holy cow. Holy cow.
And if you liked what you heard and you live in the Chicago area, don't forget to tell your friends to vote. Election day is March 17th. They can vote before then too. And also donate at capforillinois.com/stream. Guys, we're close to hitting our first stream goal since like beginning of the month. So if we do that, you guys get to decide our next stream activity. And don't you want control over my life? Y'all made me do the transatlantic accent for like an hour. We had people jump on the stream and be like, does she really talk like that? Just all the time? And that was fun. For you guys. The thing is I didn't even make fish. Like someone said put a stinkier substance in to cover up the fish smell. I didn't make fish. You know what? It might be like residue from Heater's cat food. That would make a lot of sense. Okay, I'm done talking about the dishwasher. We're banning anyone who mentions the dishwasher. We're banning anyone. Asha said it. Everyone's like, my First Amendment rights being able to talk about the dishwasher. Guys, $1,400, and you guys get to decide what we do. But that's on you guys to do.
Holy cow.
You also have dummies in this.
I will after I beat time.
Oh, hello.
You yet persist.
Holy cow.
The fates themselves.
Thoughts on electoral reform? I'd encourage you to look at our website at catforillinois.com/issues, democratic reform. Ooh, another secret that you only get to learn on stream. And remember, we're relaunching our website this week, and it looks really fucking cool. It looks so good. It looks so good. Oh my god! And with even more comprehensive platforms. So don't forget to check that out. Is Cat kind of goated at this game? You're just realizing this? And this is me multitasking. Can you believe that everyone else has to call rich people like a sucker and I just get to play Hades too?
Holy cow.
Wow, thank you, Steve A. For $150.
Holy cow.
Damn it. Also, fun fact, one of my biggest pet peeves is when people talk about gamer girls. It's just gamers. God damn it, god damn it, god damn it. Oh, God. It's also like when people were like, female candidate gets thrown to the ground by ice. Just a candidate, it's fine. How else will they know I have a vagina? You're right, I am goated at this game. You promised to fund Supergiant games.
Holy cow.
Okay, ban Wayward Son of the Night. Ban him. Put him in timeout.
You're in timeout, Wayward.
I need to set an example. Why is always female this, female that? Damn right. I think we should. It's really funny whenever you talk to guys that say, like, first off, females in general, get out of here with that. But you're like, they're like a female candidate, and then you're like, oh yeah, male candidate, and they get so mad. All right. Joshua M, Ron P,
Holy
Henry H,
cow.
Blaine A, Aya L, Akash P, Ruben H, Donald A, Katie H with $33, William B, Alex O, fun way to spell it, by the way. Dejan P with 69, nice. Christopher F, Stephen B, Donald A, Alan M, Joey A with $150, thank you so much. James L, Aya L, Abby S, Johnny L, Axel S, Max N, Jeff K, Steve C with 69, once again, nice. Malcolm M, Donald A, Joshua A, Stephen S, Delon K, Kristen A, Steve A with $150, James T, and Stephen S. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Y'all did an incredible job today. Thank you so much. Once again, we have 44 days till the election. We're going to be posting our calendar for this week on our socials. We'll be back on Tuesday? Thursday. Anything else?
People do Tuesday night, though, if they're free.
What should you do Tuesday night, though, since we're not going to be here? Phone bank. You should phone bank for us. It is one of the best ways to reach people. I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream, but we had office hours this week, and someone was invited through phone banking and showed up, and then the person that was phone banking for us also showed up, so they got to be friends in real life. So I'm putting you in timeout again.
Holy cow.
Alistair L was 69. Nice. But yeah, please, phone banking, text banking, join our Discord, discord.gg/cat for Illinois. Thank you so much. Anything else, Sasha?